What's going on, you guys? Back with another video. So in this video, I want to give y'all a quick update on work. And I just going to call this video a work update. On the narc lady, I wrote down some things because I got 3 other videos to upload. So I just want to say it's like a breath of fresh air when you can talk to someone who really gets it. Somebody who understands, someone who's been through it. Um, Not to say like in a misery loves company kind of way, but y'all know it's good to finally be able to communicate this narc language with someone who really gets it, because it's hard to find that type of support system nowadays. I mean, the narcissists have so many people fooled. But at work, we just went back to work last Wednesday, and nothing's changed. um the lady came back to work. I'm talking about the, the new site where I'm working at now, the new school I'm working at, where I work at by myself. I got my promotion. I got moved from where the other narc was, the one that's like a bat out of hell, who I told y'all I burnt y'all ears off about. But now I'm at this other place, and y'all know they are everywhere. Narcissists are in the world, so we're going to have to deal with it. We're going to run into them at some time or another. So this one is at the new job. Not new job. I'm still working in the school system, but she's at the new school where I'm working at, and and it's just like she really thought she had me, and she just don't know who she was playing with. So now that she's realized that she's not gonna have it like that, of course she's not taking it very well, because she's feeling the rejection. She's not handling it very well. So she's still snooping and creeping around and meddling with things, where she has access to. She shouldn't be there, but she do it because it's like she can if authorized to for a certain reason. Other than that, she shouldn't be coming in that area where I work at. But she do it because she wants to, narcissists want to prove that they can do what they want to do, and they have that kind of power. They feel entitled, to any grounds. And so that's why she do it. But I'm on to her though, you know. And at the same time, it's like she kind of know how far to go. She's frowning at me now, and she's kind of lashing out, not at me, but she's kind of lashing out. I could see it in the body language, because you can always see the narc's body language by how they handle things. Not just by the tone, but also by just the way they handle things, slamming things around, um, just being very rough, whatever it is they have to do, with whatever it is that they have to do. And, you know, the other day she had like a meltdown. Her supervisor had to come there because, well, let me take y'all back a little bit. Okay, so she came back to work, looked like with a really, really, really bad cold. She came there with the mask on. When she first seen me, it was like her eyes just blew up. I'm like, oh Lord, I just hate to come in contact with her. I hate when she have to walk out in that area around me. And it's like she was so happy to see me. She had the mask on. She started asking 1,000 questions. I was on holiday, and this, that, and the other. And then they do this stupid thing where they have to say something vile, just off the wall, that you're not thinking of. You wouldn't expect a normal person to say something like this. And she was like, "Well, I was fighting this bad, bad cold. I haven't been to the doctor yet. I just been taking Mucinex, and no Mucinex is not sponsored or nothing, whatever." Anyway, and she was just like, and I said I had the strep throat when we first got out for the break, and then I got a cough again, just a dry cough, and that went away. Thank God for that. That was keeping me up all night. So I engaged with her just a little bit, but she know that that time was coming to an end real quick. So she tried to get as much in as she can and much out of me as she can, but I cut it short, because I got on my phone so she can go away. So she took the mask off because she seen she was being ignored. She's just started coughing back to back to back. And I'm like, it's a cough to where a person would be like, could you cover your mouth? Like, why would you take the mask off to do a lot of coughing while you're around someone? But you keep the mask on when you're by yourself. And you know, a lot of time those narcs, they like to have those masks on because they know they ugly. They got ugly ways, so you know they have ugly features. They make ugly faces. They're always frowned because they're having a horrible day because it's just not going right for them in the supply. So to me, that's why they wear the mask. But she took it off just to be dirty, just to get to me, to let me know she don't have to follow those rules. And of course, it's a way to show that I don't have to show respect. I don't have to respect you. But you the one decided to come to work with the mask on because you know that the supervision will have something to say to you about it. So it's like you're not hurting me. You're not. you know, um, you thought you was, but I can easily leave from out of that area. And that's what I did. Paid her dust, and she hated it. So during the rest of that day, what she did was go back in this little room, like a little storeroom that's not far from where my office is. And she kind of hides out in there, but she have things in there. She's supposed to be in there rearranging it. She really was kind of ducked off, claiming she don't feel too good and stuff like that. But it's like instead of using your sick days and stay home, you have to stay in control of things, even if you're not feeling well. You still have to force yourself to be there and make everybody else life miserable. So, she should have stayed home with that old nasty cold, spreading those germs around everywhere. And you're working at a school around children, even though they're high schoolers still. Even us, the rest of the staff. Why would you even want to? Anyway, so what she's doing. So now she had this meltdown because the supervisor came because she was ducked out and they was paging her. So come to find out, the principal and the dean wanted her to set this area up for a staff meeting earlier the next morning. And she was like, I'm tired of them asking me to move, tables and chairs, move tables and chairs. I'm just tired of doing that. Every time I do it, she want me to rearrange it and put it back another way. And then she want me to rearrange it again another 2 days later. And my body is aching. I'm a woman. I can't do this every other day just because she can't make her mind up. And I'm like, but that's a part of your job and you signed up for this. It's like you were all right with it at first. You wanted everybody around there to think you the big dog and you can handle it and you don't need a hand. Like you got it covered. Now all in a sudden, see, this is what happens when they lose supply from other people. Me, it's like she feel like it's like she feel like someone else owes her something. So now she's taking that out on the principal and the dean. So she calls her supervisor to complain on the work is getting too heavy for her and it's a little bit overwhelming. And she's having a lot of body aches the next day from heavy lifting. So I heard her out there. The supervisor came. They sat and had a meeting. The supervisor told her just do the work. And come to find out, she didn't call the supervisor. They called the supervisor on her, but they lie. So I didn't know that part until I found out about that later on. I'm going to tell you about that. Well, anyway, the secretary ended up telling me the truth that the principal had to call the supervisor to complain that she wasn't doing what she was asked to do. So she had a total meltdown. I mean, full rage episode, screaming about it's too much on her. I'm a woman. I shouldn't have to do this alone. So I jumped in. I was like, well, the guy is here helping you. Are you going to? I actually said it to him, not to her. I said, well, I'm glad to see you here. You going to be here more often, or you just going to be here on the days when you have to, set up for a meeting? And he was like, nah, no, just here today, just monitoring things and making sure everything, is taken care of that they asked. Talking about the principal and stuff. And then she didn't like that. And so I was like, well, all we could do is what we could do, what our body can allow. And she was looking at that as like, um, like they be waiting on you to kind of give them attention, pet them up a little bit, show them that you care and you still there. And I'm not like the littlest things they take to heart. they're just that juvenile. They have that small mind way, that small mind's way of thinking like that. And so she went from screaming to crying. They always have an episode. She was crying because I can't handle this. I'm up the hill. I'm up the hill. I can't take this no more. And I was just looking at her like, here you go. Me, I'm going to watch and monitor because I'm used to it. I'm not surprised that this was about to happen with her. So when she did that and I asked him, are you gonna be here and stuff like that, and he said no, just a day. And then she walked to the other side and was rearranging that area. She came back over there and she just had that smile, like like they do when like they wanted you to say something. They needed you to, again, show them this. My heater coming on and off. Show them that you still available, like you care. If you show any bit of empathy, that's right up their alley, and they think just like that, they back in. And it's like, no, it don't work like that. And I wasn't even talking to you. I was asking the gentleman, will he be here more often? I don't care who do the work. I mean, that's between the principal and the dean and how they want things done. That don't have nothing to do with me. I don't have a dog in that fight, but I'm just pointing out how she just had a full meltdown just that quick, which turned into this sneaky narc smile. And she was looking in my direction. Like, it's just like this language. It's just like this thing about them where you read them and they read you and they know you know. But it's like, why are you even wasting your time though? You already know that it'll never be like that. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they think they still have a chance. I don't know. That's probably why they don't never stop trying to hoover and love bomb you at times. Um, I guess somebody got to step up and be a hell of a damn new supply in order for them to just cut you off for good, which is still a good thing. Because nothing good will come out of a relationship with a narcissist. So it doesn't matter who cut who off first, long as it ends for good. Another thing that she's around there doing is just lying, and she had been lying and blaming me, for missing items that she hid. That's a way of gaslighting them, not me. But it's like she expect me to just exhaust myself and undoing her dirty work. And if I just claim, well, I didn't do it, but I'll fix it. No, I'm not doing it. I didn't do it. She did it because she's always snooping back here. But she don't expect me to let y'all know because I kind of stay to myself at the back. And, it's just like that works in her favor, you know. So she thinks she wins that way, but she don't. It's gonna come a time when everything in the dark will come to light, and a lot of time they tell on themselves, and then they disappear because they can't handle being exposed. Same old story with the narc. Same old story, just different day. And then the last thing is that she does this thing that the narcs do, like I said, like the secret language. You know, claiming to someone else that another person is crazy. But the narc is talking about you when they're like, um, yeah, because they got crazy people around here. I tell you, I mean, just crazy as hell. Now, she was talking about me. As I was walking through the dining area, I went up front, had a little quick conversation with the secretary, and I let her know that I was about to be leaving out in a minute. So, and I think I had to go take some paperwork up there to her to fill out. So I left. I come back through the dining area. She's sitting out there on her little lunch break with a teacher. And sometimes how you just know that they got to certain people to and get them to believe that you're just this horrible person. Either they're gonna believe it or be wise enough to figure things out for themselves, use discernment if they have it, and realize that it's not you, it's them. you know but that's It's finally starting to come to light, a little bit at a time, but it is. So I'm walking back through the dining room, and she makes this comment. Now his back is toward me, so he don't even know I'm coming through there because it's so quiet. And you, but she's sitting where she can see me come back. She does that because narcissists like to get a clear view of you. They feel entitled to just watch you, just stare at you, so they can mean mug you, get that stupid little smirk, or say something out loud because they hope that it's gonna get to you. That don't work on me. Been going through this for a long time. I know how to deal with it. I know what it is, period. So anyway, I'm walking through the dining room again, and she said, "Yes, they got some crazy people in this world. I mean, crazy." That's when she want me to think like she talking to me. But she not making it clear to him who she's talking to. You know, there's secret language. I'm talking about the narcissist. So yeah, so that's my work update so far for the 23. I know it's gonna get better because I got this, and I know y'all all got this, and whatever situation y'all are in dealing with narcissists, and I'm gonna be turning the comment section back on soon again so we can socialize and talk about it, but I know y'all got this because it's just the way that you have to deal with that narc. And the best way to deal with them is just not to deal with them at all. I mean, certain situations you have to communicate with them, but just know how much to communicate with them, and they'll finally get the picture. And I mean, I got other videos on there, hopefully, that can help you in your situation. Watch the videos, share the videos, you know, and yeah. So that's the work update. I'll be back with 3 more uploads in a little bit, so y'all just stay tuned. Thank y'all for watching.